Hi everyone, I'm going to have to talk about something really stupid today. So before I do, I want to do something that puts a bit of a smile on my face. This is an Indiegogo campaign that I've been following for a couple of weeks now. And somebody just tweeted me earlier, which kind of gave me a bit of a prod and a poke. I don't know the person, I've never spoken to the person, but I just really like the idea and the concept of this Indiegogo. And not only that, the quality of the artwork and the little bit of the writing that they've shown off is superb. So this is called The Lucent Waking Dream by a chap called Michael Bancroft, who's based in Melbourne, Australia. He's hit his goal of £1,692. It's currently at just over £12,000 with nearly 300 backers. And 23 days left. Now, what kind of really turned me on to this was I found the initial cover very striking. And then when I scrolled through to see the artwork, look at this. Don't know if that's traced, but it's beautiful. London, maybe that's what tickled my bits and pieces. But look at this here as well. This is some great artwork. And it looks dark and mysterious and what is going on. So it just really kind of appealed to myself. And then the little blurb to get you interested. The Lucent is an ongoing fantasy series set in a world not too dissimilar from our own, but where nothing is as it seems. It's a place where ancient shadow societies hiding in plain sight train a select few to tap into mysterious abilities, to fight secret wars for control of the future. And I think one thing which appealed to me as well is I really like the concept of the MMORPG, The Secret World. Even though the game itself was a bit of a letdown, I really like the idea of a contemporary MMORPG that was based around secret societies and stuff like that, and sort of almost Lovecraftian in some respects, but mysteries and all kind of weird and wonderful business going on. And I'm a fan of shows like supernatural and murder mysteries and suspense and noir and thrillers and things like that. So I really like this. I've backed it. I'm not logged into my Indiegogo, obviously. I've backed this campaign. And I thoroughly recommend that you do too. So link is in the description box down below if you want to go show support. Now let's get on to some really dumb stuff about Doctor Who. Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. No, I shouldn't, no. Do you know what? I shouldn't be doing all this. Because I'm done with Doctor Who. I'm done with this show. But I know why I'm doing it. I know why I'm sighing. I know why it's frustrating. I know why it's making me a little bit upset. Because, of course, I love Doctor Who. You know, I'm one of these strange, weird, disgusting, privileged white people that liked a TV sci-fi show. And so it had to be taken away from me. It had to be taken away from me. And the thing is, Doctor Who attracted people from all countries, all different backgrounds, ethnicities, etc. because it was so endearing and such a beloved show. But the freaks at the BBC, the disgusting far-left trash at the BBC, and by the way, folks, I have my letter here, which obviously I won't go into, but I have my letter here saying I have been exempt from paying my TV license. I let my TV license expire. I contacted them and said I will not be renewing. I do not consume terrestrial television, nor do I have the desire in the future to consume the crap terrestrial television. And also, by the way, can I just say, the wonderful little lady that I spoke to, and I don't mean that in a patronising way, she just came across as so sweet on the phone, said to me, I don't blame you. She said, all I do is watch Netflix and YouTube myself. So I found her to be lovely on the phone. It was great to talk to her. And so the letter came through. I'm now exempt for 2 years. And then in 2 years' time, I've got to re-exempt myself, etc. But by then, hopefully, Boris will have the TV license abolished, or at least the prosecution from not paying TV license abolished, which in essence will be the death of the TV license. And I know this video is about Doctor Who, and I've been spending the last 2 minutes talking about TV license, but fuck the BBC. Just thought I'd get that out of my system. On a Sunday, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sunday swearing, not so good. But it's one of the reasons I was just barely watching terrestrial television. I watched like 2 programs a year. And I decided, because of pressure from you lot, to watch season 12 of Doctor Who, and it broke my heart. It broke my heart. For all the ranting and raving and anger that it brought up in me, it did break my heart. Because this is a show that I've loved since I was a kid. And the BBC, because of their current day sensibilities, i.e. their bigotry, their unwavering bigotry, which they display and put on like a badge of honour. They wanted to get rid of the fact that the Doctor had 12 incarnations as a white guy. And so they went back and they completely destroyed the Doctor's history. No longer a Time Lord. Was discovered by some woman who never spoke a word, because it's all about virtue signaling and not actually developing a story and telling stories. And then it was a little black baby that got killed and regenerated into another girl, and regenerated into another girl, then regenerated an Asian guy, then regenerated into a white guy, and regenerated into a black guy, then regenerated into a Pakistani guy. It was all about getting rid of that history of the Doctor. And it was all about deconstructing 56 years of Doctor Who. So some progressive wank jobs who work for the BBC, lock the doors, sniff their own farts and tell each other how beautiful they smell, could pat themselves on the back and say how virtuous we are to have destroyed a 6-decade-old show because we wanted to virtue signal. If you haven't, folks, stop paying your TV license, stop watching terrestrial television, stick to your streaming services, and then call up the BBC and say, I'm not paying any more. I'm not funding your activist shite. Well, I think I realised what mood I was in. But here we go, folks. This is from Screen Crap. Doctor Who's original showrunner changes regeneration rules. No, Doctor Who's original showrunner is dead. They've been dead for a very long time. Russell T Davies was the showrunner of New Who. But you wouldn't know, because the person who probably wrote this never ever watched an episode of Doctor Who. Oh, until Whittaker's run. And then, oh my god, it's like a woman size. I always found that I could never watch Doctor Who when it was like a white guy, because it was just like so privileged. But now that it's like Jodie Whittaker and stuff, I'm like, oh my god, at last, a woman that I can identify to in my non-binary. Former Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies has extended the Doctor's regeneration powers again. A more dramatic change than the Timeless Child. No, nothing is more dramatic. And dramatic isn't the word I would use. Destructive is the word that I would use. A destructive change in the Timeless Child. Because it destroyed everything. Doctor Who's original showrunner, Russell T Davies. Not original! New Who's original, not Doctor Who's original. You ignoramus. Has just changed the show's regeneration rules again. And this time it's even bigger change than the Timeless Childsy Wowsies. The current Doctor Who showrunner Chris Chibnall has promised Doctor Who season 12 would make drastic and long-lasting changes to the show's lore, and he was right. As the season finale revealed, the Doctor is no Time Lord at all. Now, it destroyed Doctor Who. It absolutely split asunder the fandom. And judging by the piss-poor, pathetic rating that it got, the show is done. Congratulations, BBC. The exciting adventures that we used to have are long gone. Now we must sit down and be preached to by a bunch of egotistical narcissists that think they have the moral right to tell us how to live and what should be. Fuck off! Take every single fuck and leave. 1 billion years ago, a Gallifreyan explorer named Tecteun discovered an abandoned baby black girl child on a distant world near a mysterious boundary to another universal dimension. She adopted the young girl, killed her over and over again. But sometime later, tragedy struck. The child fell from a great height, a fall that should have killed her. Instead, she regenerated. The first regeneration on Gallifrey. Called the Timeless Child, this being became the base genetic code for the... No, she got murdered over and over and over again. Murdered by the scientist that they put up on the pedestal, Tecteun. Murdered. Child murder. Murdered a child over and over. But hey, more women in STEM. Am I right? Yeah, high fivesies. Fuck my ass. Unlike the Time Lords, however, the Timeless Child has an unlimited number of regenerations. It's a massive retcon. Yes, it is. It's a destructive, terrible piece of garbage retcon. Rewriting everything viewers knew about the Doctor's history and identity. And it was as much of a surprise for the Doctor as for long-time Doctor Who fans. The Doctor's memory's been erased, but the Master discovered the truth while raiding the Matrix. The Master discovered the truth when he had just destroyed all of Gallifrey. And it wasn't shown how he did it, how he managed to do it, how he managed to overwhelm a whole race, how he managed to destroy all of Gallifrey. No. We can't do that. We can't actually tell a story. We've just got to get to the point that she was a little black baby girl first. And not a white man. Because the BBC, they need to tell you how to live. Oh, fuck this. Anyway, let's get to the stupid stuff. Now, former Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies has retconned the Doctor's regenerative powers once again in a new animated short featuring David Tennant. No, it's all over for me. So none of this shit matters. None of this shit matters. It's all fake. It's all false. The 5 people who will continue to watch the show, you can have it. You can have your shit and eat it. Novice Haim is dying of old age, expecting one last visit from the Doctor, who she appeared to have studied. I have heard so many stories about him over the years. His hundreds of faces and forms, she observes. The men and women, obviously, because we got to get that in, and animals! Who have taken that name? Novice Haim also suggests the Doctor can change her form. His form. Go fuck yourself. As well as his face. She refers to men and women and animals. It appears the Doctor can change her species when he regenerates. Oh my God. Are you telling me that absolute crazy mentally ill bint on Twitch is the Doctor? Deacasms. Go fuck off. Fuck off. Doctor Who, you're a joke. This whole thing's a joke. The franchise is dead. It's destroyed. Well done. Congratulations. You burnt it to the ground. Go fuck yourself. Stick season 13 up any orifice you choose. Because I don't care. I'm not buying your shit anymore. I'm not watching your shit anymore. I'm taking my money and my view away. Good luck. Goodbye. Fuck off.